Fuck, I was starting a stream.
Bro, where the head's at, bro?
Remaining.
But he's so wicked as shitting on everybody.
Skit. Where? Oh yeah. Yeah, pussy, don't ever beat me.
Of course, if I'm using a fucking vandal, I'm shitting on everybody too.
Fuck! Oh wait, who'd I kill? I killed this nigga Chills.
Yo, wait,
Chills.
there's no fucking way. Oh, it's gonna be one of these days on the game, huh?
Ah!
One of these days, I felt
Nigga
that.
Mario coming back.
Oh, there we go. Now
felt
we're
that.
getting some connection.
Oh my god, I almost let this nigga kill me.
That's pretty like just free fall.
5 kills remaining.
Turn this corner, I bet y'all blicky. Hell no, you just died a horrible death.
Bombo clock.
Yeah, bitch ass nigga. Bitch ass nigga. Oh yeah.
Are you kidding me, game?
Bitch ass nigga. Fuck! I was AFK for this whole time, this shit don't count.
What the fuck?
Bro, it's deathmatch, bro. We do not care.
Fuck. Who's beside me? Fuck you.
Yo, that's a headshot and a half.
One minute remaining. 1 kill remaining.
Oh, this nigga was going crazy. This nigga's name is...
Nigga's name is Duolingo. That's who we died to.
Fuck!
No fucking way. Mario Kart double dash. Damn, that should be crazy.
Dun 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 dun. You, what's up, gang? What's up? Now, tell me what you were telling me when I was on TikTok. Where we left off. Cause you were talking about what did you say specifically? Where'd you leave off at? I'm pretty sure this is the same person. You left off at, right, no way you think Aang is better than Korra. Aang is definitely better than Korra. In more ways than one, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna fold. And this is just 12-year-old Aang. We're not even talking about 17-year-old. I definitely do think he's better. Cause what did you say? Where'd you leave off at? I'm about to go look at it right now where you left off at. Oh, let me see. I'm about to go right now. You said...
Match found.
I said beating. Yeah, in a fight, if you put Korra versus Aang, bro, Aang is winning. No doubt in my mind, bro. Your argument was that Korra, the Avatar state, or that it gets stronger with each person, and I don't like disagree with you, Avatar state wise.
Deathmatch.
What I was saying is that I was talking about efficiency. Korra is not as efficient as Aang is in fighting in any way. She's lost multiple times. She's lost to her uncle. She's lost to Amon. She's lost to Kerbira. But to be fair, she was poisoned. But she's, you know what I'm saying? I won't make that as much, but she still lost. Like, to most villains, she even lost to the Red Lotus. Granted, there was a plan behind that, but the plan was stupid. Why are you going to put yourself in chains just to fight 2 seconds later? Like, you just made it harder for yourself. But then again, when she was about to get poisoned, she broke out with the Avatar state. Why didn't she just do that beforehand? I don't get it. Before she got poisoned. You know what I'm saying? There's other different things I could break down if you want. If you have another thing that you want to tell me to try to help me understand why she's stronger, I'll definitely listen. But for the most part, she showed me how, like, she's just super, super weak. Shit, I'm all down to listen for sure. Shit, I'll definitely read it too. This is all what you call?
No matter what.
Let's be honest. Aang has never really had a 1v1 fight. He always had a gang there. That's cat because when he fought Ozai, that's cat because when he fought Ozai by himself. He fought Zuko by himself. He fought the general by himself. The general wasn't all that though. You know what I'm saying? Aang has fought opponents by himself. I could say the same for Korra. Korra is really only give it granted, her gang is trash. Her gang is trash. Mako and them are ass as fuck. Don't get me wrong, Korra be looking like LeBron out there with her team. Her team is shit. As lose. Also Korra's lost her fight, the first battle is literally for plot. She was the first to fight all of her villains. Also Korra has to lose her fights. This battle. I mean, still though. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even just that, like Aang was able to learn all elements within, what? A couple months to what? A couple of months? Two different things. Aang only fought Ozai for real alone. Okay. And who's Korra fought alone besides Amon? Who has she really fought alone? To be frank with you. Besides her uncle, Amon. Because the mech, she didn't do that by herself. Most of the other things she didn't really do by herself. Even the Red Lotus, she still had help, and they all still lost. She still got captured. You know what I'm saying? And my point is that, like, in terms of the difference, is that Aang is really a pacifist, and he still learned all the elements within a year. He unlocked Avatar state at the age of 12. Korra unlocked all her shit at the age of 17. After Aang gave her the Avatar state and restored her bending. I'm confused. I am trying to understand your point of view. Because I'm not saying Korra is the weakest Avatar, but she's not. Oh my god.
Like, she's off my back and shit, bro. I'm hiding like this entire game.
She's definitely not the strongest. Because to me, Kyoshi is the strongest Avatar. Aang's also been able to put like a whole wall over Ba Sing Se and lift it up. That's in the comics, not in the show, but in the comics. If you read those, he also beat a metal spirit, which was considered to be one of the strongest spirits. Not the strongest, but like a very strong spirit, and he was able to beat that on his own. That's also in the comics. As a toddler. Let's go there. Korra was going into the Avatar state before Aang restored her bending. When did Korra use the Avatar state in season 1? Because the Avatar state is a straight is a straight counter to bloodbending. So you said she went Avatar State before? I'm pretty sure he restored her bending, and then she also unlocked Avatar State with that. It literally showed it in the show. I can go back on YouTube and look it up. I just looked it up actually a while ago. It's exactly what happened. She was sitting there crying because she lost her bending, and then Aang came and restored her bending. The Chi blockers, Tarlok, and Amon. I don't know who Tarlok is. But Amon, I know Amon, she fought by herself. And she lost. She lost, and then plot sees it so she was able to resist bloodbending after struggling. So you didn't see when she raced Aiki? Who's hold up. Cause I haven't seen fucking Korra in so long. Who's Aiki? I got you right now. I need to see their faces. And I can remember. IK, Avatar.
Bro, why is this nigga camping in mid?
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that race. Yeah. What about the race? That shit. Oh wait, that was before whatchamacallit. So you're telling me she still struggled with Amon even though she had the Avatar state? That makes it even worse, cuz. I really thought Aiki's Tenzin daughter. Yeah, I remember. But I thought that was after. You're telling me she also had access to the Avatar state and she was still losing to Amon? Bro, that is bad. I didn't know. I gave her the benefit. Amon, I give her the benefit of the doubt with Amon because bloodbending is hard if you don't have the Avatar state. So you're telling me she had it and she was still losing? Bro, that's bad. That's bad. That's worse than terrible. I really thought that was after. My memory is kind of fucked up with it, but if that's before, like as you claimed, then that's even worse. Because every single time anybody ever talks about her like losing to Amon, I give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, she doesn't have the Avatar state. Can't really expect her to counter it, but she did have it. So she just lost because why? I don't know. That's even worse. So I can't even give her the benefit of the doubt with Amon anymore. So she had this state, she just didn't use it.
Bro, what the fuck?
Bro, that is worse. I just lied to somebody about that the other day too, giving her the benefit of the doubt. Cause don't get me wrong, I don't hate Korra. I don't even think, like in terms of like strength. In terms of strength, I only think she's a bad Avatar. In terms of what she did for her family and shit, I think, or family or the city, I thought she was pretty good.
I'd rather fucking Amon.
That is embarrassing, bro. I didn't even know that. Why did you tell me that? And you gotta remember, Aang had the avatars to guide through everyone. Bro, hold up, wait. Let me read that again. Let me read you real quick, cause hold up. Again, you have to remember, Aang had the avatars to guide through every fight. None of them niggas was there for her, so she didn't even know. But you know why she wasn't there? Because she didn't have access to them until, and then she did have access to them after the fight with Amon, and she had the. Oh, he left. I think he got mad. Well, anyway, what I'm trying to say is that she did have the teachers, and she resisted. Oh no, he came back. All right, this is what I'm trying to say.
One kill remaining.
So you gotta remember, she had the best teachers for bending, way more than Aang did. She unlocked the Avatar state after the fight with Amon. And granted, she resisted bloodbending, but she really only resisted it because Mako put lightning, like literally electrocuted Amon, probably already weakening him because she was struggling with it the whole series. You're not gonna just break out of it last minute. Granted, Katara could do that with the old lady bloodbender in her show. She resisted, but that's like, you feel me? That's a whole different case. You're not gonna tell me that she just broke out because she broke out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Granted, she did resist bloodbending, but she had the Avatar state. I genuinely thought she didn't. So I genuinely always told people that Amon is really another key factor. He doesn't count. Because I was like, yo, you feel me? But you just told me that she did have the Avatar state, and I just remembered that she did race, and she cheated that race by using the Avatar state. In their generation. Okay, they were prodigies after Toph, while Toph and Katara were great benders, right? They were known as great benders after. Of course, we know they're great benders, but still, that's still a 12-year-old child teaching him, because like Toph was a 12-year-old kid at the time. Zuko was what, 16 at the time, And then you have Qatar, she was like 14. So what are we talking about? Yeah, they are great benders, but at the times they're not prodigies. They're only known in prodigies in Korra's era, because they taught and passed down all their bending to other people. It's like what are we chatting about? Like, you can't even put that in. That's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, to say that, you know what I'm saying? Korra also had great masters and teachers, and she still didn't unlock her stuff until the very end of the series. And I really thought, like I said, I really did think, until you told me, that Korra didn't have the Avatar state. So she did, and she still lost. That's embarrassing. And then the Red Lotus, granted, she was protecting the air nomads. She went with the Red Lotus. She surrendered herself, even though it was part of a plan. But she surrendered herself, let herself get put in chains. And they were still prodigies. Azula was considered a prodigy, and they learned quicker than her. Huh? And they were still prodigies. Azula was considered a prodigy, and they learned quicker than her. Learned quicker than who? Azula? Like, is that what you're talking about? Dude, at the end of the day, you still... Bro, Aang had to go around still finding his teachers. That doesn't change the fact, even if you want to still, if you want to label them as prodigies at their ages as what they were, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You can still label them as prodigies. What I'm trying to say is that Korra had access to easy teachers. She didn't have to find them, and she whooped the Red Lotus when she was poisoned. Yeah, she whooped the Red Lotus after she got poisoned. Why didn't she do that at the beginning of the show with the Avatar state? If she could already do that, why drag it out? Why lose fights repeatedly when you know you can win them? If that's your logic behind it, right? She got captured by the Red Lotus, got herself poisoned, even though she could have broke out beforehand with the Avatar state. Like, make it make sense. And to be fair, she passed out right after. She was about to die. Literally, if they didn't come and save her, she would have died. She literally would have died right then and there. Then she lost all of her connections. Like, dude, what are we talking about here? Like, she literally got chained up. So what I'm remembering, she got chained up, sat there and talked with them when she could have been broke out, because she broke out right after with the Avatar state. So you're telling me you're sitting here chained up. Let me see what you're saying here. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Talking about Aang teachers with him the entire journey. Korra only needed to be taught air. That's not how I remember. I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the episode, he's like teaching her how to bend air, or trying to teach her. But you had all those years, and you're just what? You're just learning. Restoring her bending. They don't have to be useful. You know what I'm saying? Your point is that these people were useful to Aang. Supposedly useful to Aang. Which I don't really know what they did besides guide him to different types of teachers and shit like that. What are they going to teach Korra, even though she doesn't need them to teach anything? She has all the best teachers there. She has everything in the palm of her hand. Everything was basically given to her through peace. She has everything that she needs. Teachers, the avatars if she did need it for her help, but she never used them. And to be fair, the only person she ever did use in the spirit world to talk to was Aang. That's the only person she really even used to really talk to. But what y'all are not gonna do is sit up here and act like she didn't have the help of the other avatars. She just never used their help. So that's another point of her having the power to do what she wants, and she's not efficient. That's what I'm trying to say. Why he leave for her? That's my whole point. You guys try to say like she didn't have help when she did have help. You know what I'm saying? And she could have used it to like do what she wanted to do. You done on Valorant, Jay? Damn, everybody just disappeared, but fuck it. Don't matter anyway. More skilled than Cora's teachers, and Tenzin didn't teach her until later on in the show. I really don't feel like you're hearing what I'm trying to say. Aang only helped her 2 times throughout the entire first season because she didn't ask any of them for help. You do know that when they asked for help, when Aang needed help from the avatars or whatchamacallit, he would meditate, try to talk to them. She didn't do that. She didn't even look for their help. You know what I'm saying? If Aang needed help, he asked for it. Korra obviously felt like, that's another thing about her character, she was cocky and she felt like she could handle everything. That's why she lost most of her fights. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're talking about Aang's teachers are more skilled. Okay, cool, they're more skilled. That's not the point. If you still have master teachers to teach you bending, they're still master teachers at the end of the day. Plus, because of Toph and Katara, the techniques of bending are more advanced. They're literally more advanced. So I don't understand what you're trying to say. She didn't need to do that. Aang reached out to her when Turlock kidnapped her. Exactly. To help her. But what I'm trying to say is that Aang is the only one that she really talked to like that. The other avatars, she didn't. What are the other avatars really gonna do for her? Tell me. Actually, Tarlock, let me see. Who's Tarlock again? I need this to remember. Tarlock. Oh, this is Amon's brother. Oh, that's right. She did lose to Amon's brother. I forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie. But she was whooping him at first. Oh yeah, she got bloodbended into the carriage and captured. I forgot about that. But I don't even think Aang really did. Hold on, let me see. What does that have to do with anything though? I remember what you're saying, but what does that have to do with anything though? Exactly. So they were useless to her. That's literally my point. None of the avatars had the knowledge to help Korra with her fights. Dude, what help does she need? These are regular benders. Tarlock is a regular bender. Whatchamacallit is a regular bender. She doesn't need help. She has the avatar state. She's resistant to bloodbending with the avatar state. What help does she need? She doesn't need help against her uncle in a fight. She doesn't need help against all these benders that have one singular bending. She shouldn't need help. Of course they're not gonna help her with Vitnu. They don't know Vitnu like that. Only by your logic, or not, that wasn't you, that was somebody else. By your logic, the only person that knows that is the first avatar. Nobody has talked to the first avatar, or at least from what I've seen, nobody's talked to the first avatar. So I'm trying to understand what you're trying to say. Of course they don't know about bloodbending. The only person that would know that is Aang. Of course they don't know about Vitnu. Nobody knows about Vitnu. The avatars didn't know. So what are they going to help her with? Because they never fought her. You guys can't say that, oh, she's stronger because she beat Vitnu in a fight, or Vitu, or whatever, the demon avatar. That's what I'm naming, the demon avatar. You can't say that, yeah, alright, she's stronger because she beat the demon avatar, but the other avatars never fought the demon avatar, so they have to be weaker than her. That doesn't make any sense. So because they never stood up to Vitnu, because they never had to fight him, they're automatically weaker. That's the logic you guys go by. And then we ignore everything else that she lost to, the Red Lotus, Amon, all them, to reach out to the first avatar. Exactly. So Korra was the first one to reach out to him. But what did that accomplish? They didn't accomplish anything. The point of the thing is about strength. You know what I'm saying? She did reach out to read his story, to understand. And really, that wasn't even really a reach out. First off, it was like a memory playback. It wasn't even a reach out. So I'm trying to understand what you're trying to say. I don't get it.
I'll be back on later, but I'm gonna keep watching the stream. Cause I'm watching y'all debate.
All right, we're a bet. That's what I'm trying to say. She won the fight. Won the fight against who? The Red Lotus or Vitnu? She won the fight later against the Red Lotus, and like I said, she had to get bailed. She was going to die. What is there not to understand? She was poisoned, about to die. If she didn't get help, that would have been the end, point blank, of Korra. Her connections were broken. She was going to die. Vitnu, she won. Bro, he literally spoke to Korra and told her the story of it. That's what I'm saying. She did reach out to the first Avatar, but it was more of a memory playback than it was a talk to show who she's going to be fighting up against. It wasn't like a whole conversation on what you're supposed to do and how to do it, because the first Avatar did defeat him, but he was, or was it him? It was him. Defeat him, but it was like I said, a memory playback. So I'm confused on what you're trying to get at. It was more of a memory playback. You're right. But the Red Lotus, she was about to die. Amon, she literally, if Amon wasn't electrocuted, she probably would have died. Every single time Korra's about to die, something happens so she does not die. Besides the last fight with Kavira. But she still whooped the Red Lotus before she was about to die. She was about to whoop the Red Lotus before she was about to die. And my point is, if she could do that the whole time, why didn't she do it? If she had the power to whip the Red Lotus, why did she get captured multiple times? Why is she struggling against normal benders? That's my point. Why did she get poisoned to begin with? That's my point. Okay, she won after the fact. After everything, after her connections were broken, after everything, and then she broke out, then she whooped them, and she was about to die. I don't get it. Why is the person that's considered the Avatar struggling against an airbender, a waterbender, and an earthbender?
Alive still on me. I'll be right back.
And who was the last Red Lotus? It was Tyzir. It was 1, 2, 3, and I feel like I'm missing one more. 1, 2, 3. Earthbender, firebender, waterbender, earthbender. Why is she struggling with that? Can you tell me a reason why she's struggling with that? Why her connections got broke? All that? Why she put herself in chains even though she could have whooped them? And she put herself in chains to protect the air nomads just to fight 2 seconds later. Can you explain that to me? Can you explain to me why Amon took away her bending? So you're basically saying that a bender with only one bending is somehow supposed to be weaker or less skilled? Then the Avatar? Do you think a person with one bending should be more skilled than the Avatar? Granted, yeah, Aang had to train to be Ozai, but realistically, well, me personally, I don't feel like he had to train for nothing before the comment. But for the plot of the story, I guess he had to wait until the comment. But Aang won the fight. Do you genuinely think? Be fair. Do you genuinely think that Korra, with her connection got broke because she fought Vitnu, not the Red Lotus? Then what did they take from her? Oh, the inability to walk. I forgot she was in a wheelchair. That's my bad. Wrong thing. I'm sorry, bro. She lost too many things. I'm trying to keep track where it's at. Yeah, she lost her bending because of Amon. The Red Lotus put her in a wheelchair, and she lost her connections because Rivera died. My bad. I got those three mixed up. My fault. The Red Lotus put her in a wheelchair. She was basically a couple of months sitting in the chair? A couple months? So why does it get that bad? Do you genuinely think that with metal bending, she has metal bending, she has spirit bending, she has the teachers to teach her all the 4 elements, do you think personally she should be struggling with the people that she's fighting? Be completely honest. Do you genuinely think so? Especially if it's shown that she could whoop them right after? Be honest with me. Why does it get that bad? Put her in a wheelchair, goddamn. Bro, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to disrespect her. I'm just saying that she got put in a wheelchair against people that she was able to beat after the fact. That doesn't make any sense, right? I can't just, bro, the Avatar literally got trained by regular benders. Most of the strongest benders were regular benders. Let me see. I can't read that whole thing by itself. The Avatar literally got trained by regular benders. Most of the strongest benders were regular benders. Okay, that's my point. Yo, you keep that's my point. She got taught by master benders of all 4 elements. You should be able to handle the Red Lotus. You have The Avatar state, you told me she had the Avatar state. You jogged my memory because I genuinely thought she didn't have it against Amon. That's a literal counter to bloodbending. She had a literal counter to bloodbending. And she was still losing against Amon to the point where her bending got took away. That's what I'm trying to say. You have the Avatar state. Why not use it? When Aang felt like he wasn't going to win against Ozai, he used the Avatar state. Why not do that against the Red Lotus? Because obviously it worked, right? That's what I'm saying. So what's the point? That's my whole point with Korra. She's not efficient and she does not think with her power. She's not as efficient as Aang and she's not as skilled. That's what I'm trying to say. Bro, none of her teachers had the skills or abilities of any of the villains, of her villains. Let me read this real quick. Regular business. But none of her teachers had skills or abilities as any of the villains. I'm going to say this one last time. You have the Avatar. How is this supposed to know how to win a fight? That's never. How are you supposed to win a fight? How was she supposed to win? How was she supposed to know how to win a fight that she's never fought? You could say the same for Aang. How does he fight firebenders even though he's never fought firebenders until he had to fight firebenders? Do you know what I'm saying? My point is that Korra, and this is another of your words and the people that were defending Korra's words, she gets the knowledge of her previous avatars along with their skills. Correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure you said that and somebody else in the comments said that who's defending Korra. She gets it, right? So if you have that knowledge and that power, you should know how to fight it. You should know, because these aren't like people who have no bending you've never seen before. Granted, the earthbender had lava. He's a different story. That I could understand why Korra would probably have a little bit of issues with. But obviously not, because when you've seen her break out of the chains and use the Avatar state, like I've been saying this whole time, she wasn't having an issue. But yet she wants to, like I said, her character is cocky. That's her literal being of her character. She's cocky, and she went into fights cocky, thinking that she knew it all. That's why she lost. Amon, she was cocky. She lost. The Red Lotus, she lost, and then made a comeback and won, but almost died, and was stuck in a fucking wheelchair. Amon, she ended up winning, which that is crazy plot, because the point of energy bending is to take away your bending. I don't know how she had air left. I really don't know. I was so confused when watching the show. Now, don't get me wrong. I thought when I was watching Korra, I was expecting her to be stronger than Aang. I really did. And if I thought she was stronger than Aang, I would just tell you. I'm not gonna... Tenzin's a fucking... Hold on, let me make sure. Let me see. Let me read what you said. Let me read this whole thing. Because Aang has the Avatar's knowledge. None of the previous Avatars have ever fought against Korra's villains. Botnu, Tenzin, Lydia Brent's airbending. Bro, Tenzin is just an airbender. Bentnu, I can understand your argument. But I'm gonna debunk that in a minute. Tenzin's a regular airbender. Let me make sure I'm talking about the same person, because, like I said, my memory with Korra is a little off. But let me make sure we're talking about the same person. Tenzin. Wait. I was about to say, hold on. I was like, don't you mean Zaire? You mean Zaire, right? Why did you retract the message? She had her air because Amon had to know what being... She had air left because Amon had to know what bending the way. I meant to say Zaire. Yeah, Zaire. That's what I'm trying to say. You were trying to say Zaire, right? Zaire is literally... First off, they said that Zaire was regular. Somebody was saying that Zaire was new to bending, but the way he was fighting, he didn't seem new to me. But this is what I'm going to say. Zaire versus Tenzin. That's all. That's really what I'm going to tell you. Tenzin versus Zaire. A person trained by Aang. Tenzin is trained by Aang. And he was whooping Zaire mostly the whole fight. Tenzin versus Zaire. Tenzin was whooping him the whole fight. And the Red Lotus had to jump him to beat him. They had to jump him because Zaire was losing. And I don't know what you mean they never had to fought that, because Zaire is just an airbender. He's nobody that special. Obviously, Aang is a better airbender than Zaire because Tenzin was fucking him up. Yeah, Zaire had advanced scrolls. Yeah, advanced scrolls. And who was whooping his ass the whole fight? The person that taught, that the person that was taught by Aang, Tenzin was whooping his ass. You can watch the whole clip. He was whooping him, and who bailed him out? Was it the waterbender, the earthbender? And then they started jumping him because Zaire was losing. He was running away. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. He was running away because Aang made different styles of his own bending and taught it to his literal kids. You know what I'm saying? That's how good Aang was with airbending, and he was whooping Zaire's ass. You can go look up the clip because I've seen it multiple times, and I start laughing every time because I'm like, Korra should be doing this easily, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Even without Avatar State, she should have whooped his ass easily. Because by what you're saying and what people in my comments have been saying, she has the knowledge of every other bender. I'm going off of your words and the person in my comments' words, right? Botnu, like I said, is a different, that a regular bender who has years to master one bending is going to be more skilled than an Avatar who has mastered multiple skills. But alright, I'm going to say this again. And what you need to understand is that I don't disagree with what you guys are saying when you say that she inherits all the skills of her previous masters. You need to understand 100 years worth of knowledge is the Avatar State. She should be whooping these niggas' asses with the Avatar State. She doesn't have to fight them. If she knows, because Aang, mind you, Aang fought people he knew he could beat without the Avatar State. Sometimes was he in over his head? Yeah. But he only beat those people he knew that when he was fighting Ozai, he probably couldn't beat him without the Avatar State. So he used it, is what I'm trying to say. Her lack of efficiency is why she wouldn't win the fight against Aang. That's what I'm trying to explain. That's what I'm trying to convert. You're right. I agree with you. One person who is mastering one element, yes. But 100 years worth of fighting experience? Come on now. Plus, she has add-ons to that. Spirit bending and metal bending, and she's losing. I can't just say Korra is stronger and wipe away her past of losing. I can't do that. It's impossible. You have to add what she's done. And to be honest with you, frankly, why do you keep bringing up knowledge of the Avatars when they've never been up against? What are you about to say? Let me see what you're about to say. Why do you keep saying that Avatar's never been up against people of Avatars when there's never been up against people that Korra's benders had? Dude, how do I break this down with you? For so much knowledge, ancient forms of fighting passed down to Korra, Aang literally had a journey with Roku and Kuroku, Young-chan and Kyoshi. Okay, let me see what you're about to say here. Chen and Kyoshi. What I'm trying to say, it doesn't matter. Ancient forms of fighting, in which I'm called, yes. Is Korra, you're acting yourself like Korra doesn't know the new advanced techniques that have been shown, plus the 100 years of Avatar experience that she has. Like, what are you trying to say here? Yeah, I understand that they don't know that. Korra knows that. She should know that, because she was doing it for 17 years. So she should know. Am I wrong? Should she not know the new advanced techniques that are out with the bending that she was learning? Which, is she not supposed to know that? Because she uses it in the show, I'll tell you that. She uses the moves. She's just not efficient with it, like I've been saying. Plus the Avatar State. So the Avatars, they themselves have fought people with the abilities and skills that was... In the knowledge of the Avatars, they themselves have to fought people with their abilities and skills that were shown in... Okay. All right, let me break this down to you. Let me use your logic here. All right, I'm gonna say my logic. I'm gonna explain your logic here. All right, right? You're saying that people back in that time, their knowledge is not gonna help Korra fight her own enemies right now, even if she goes in the Avatar state, right? So let me just use your logic on you real quick. I'm gonna use your same logic. So you're saying that Korra didn't know nobody knew the airbenders could fly until Zaire, and Korra didn't know, let me see, flying techniques. What does that have to do with fighting? Korra didn't know nobody knew the airbenders could fly Zaire, and Korra didn't know anything. He's literally why she lost the first battles. Okay, yeah, she didn't know. Cool. right? But that has nothing to do with fighting. You being able to fly doesn't give you a sudden advantage in a fight. Like, what are you talking about? There are waterbenders who be on little things that look like they're flying, but they're not flying. They're using that water to levitate them up. But like, what does that have to do with fighting? Just because you can fly in the air doesn't mean you can win a fight. He just outskilled her. Look, anyway, I'm trying to use your logic. I'm trying to use your logic against you. By your logic, the past avatars are really no help versus the enemy she was fighting, right? The Red Lotus, right? Yet she uses the power of the avatar state and the knowledge of all the previous people to beat the Red Lotus, like you said. So I'm confused here on what you're trying to tell me. Because I'm pretty sure she mixed in what she knows about today's bending mixed with the avatars fighting styles to beat the Red Lotus. But you said they're not helping her in any way. They're useless. Yet she beat the Red Lotus after everything was done to her after the fact, and used that to fight Zaire or fight the Red Lotus and won. But they're useless, right? That's what you're trying to tell me. I'm trying to understand your point of view here. That's what you're telling me, right? And by your logic, because Zaire is able to fly, she never used the knowledge of the previous avatars. I'm not saying she's. Yo, what's up, Dante? I'm not saying she's using the whatchamacall, but it's passed down to her. Am I right? That's what you're saying. I'm going off of everything you're using. It's passed down to her. The knowledge is already automatically passed down to her when she's fighting. Yeah, I be on Val. I'm probably gonna play a game. I'm just debating with this dude because he says Cora is stronger than Aang. Or girl, I don't want to assume who you are, but I'm trying to figure out what they're telling me because they just told me in the comments that when you're you play it on PC? It's gotta be dope. For Cora in the Avatar state was more of a power stabilizer and it helped her use all of her bending. Now you're just making up stuff. I'm not gonna lie. You just went from her saying that it's passed down to her to saying that it's more, bro, she can't use the knowledge that was never there. So the knowledge has now disappeared. She has no knowledge in the Avatar state of the past avatars. Now it's disappeared. Now it's more of a stabilizer in a fight, right? That's what it is now. She doesn't have any knowledge because there's no knowledge from the past avatars when they're in a fight. She doesn't have any of their power. That's what you're saying, right? After saying that she did have it. I'm really trying to understand you here because I want to understand why she's stronger than Aang. I really do. I'm trying to figure it out with you. So now it's more of a stabilizer. She doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It's more of a stabilizer now. Like, be honest here. I'm not going to bash you. Exactly. You're right on. So now it's a stabilizer. Now it's not any of the things that you were telling me and what you other core fans were telling me that everything is passed down and you become much stronger. It's none of that now. Now it's just a stabilizer. Because that's crazy. Because we seen her use the avatar state. It was to stabilize. To stabilize what? Let me read this because this is hilarious now. Avatar state. She used knowledge. Never. Like anytime she used avatar state, it was a stabilizer for the bendings. Bro. Bro, this is. So erase everything you just told me and now bring it into being a stabilizer. After you just told me. So after you just told me that it was passed down, now it's a stabilizer. Bro, what are we talking about? Stabilizer how? Let me hear that at least. Let me hear that at least. How is it a stabilizer? Because now I have to erase everything you just told me and go with this stabilizer move. So I can figure it out. I have to erase all my whole memory. I have to erase my memory bank about what you told me about passing down and being strong in life. Because I have the message here. I have the message on my phone. I literally read it from you, and somebody else said the same thing as you. Now it's a stabilizer. I need to figure out what is it stabilizing. Yo, Jay, you in here?
Yeah.
Do you know? Define stabilizer for me, cuz.
What do you mean, like?
Like a stabilizer. What's a stabilizer? Something that is stability, right? Because by his logic, Cora's powers are what? Out of control?
No.
So what does that mean to stabilize? Because they're not out of control. I don't get it.
I mean, a stabilizer is like, I'm gonna just look up the definition.
I was literally saying, no, bro. That's not what you said. The whole time I've been telling you that she's never.
Steady or stable.
Yo, Dante said, "What's up?" Yeah, keep something steady. Said previous avatars. I never. Previous avatars. I was saying that they were useless to her, bro. You literally said that every avatar is stronger than the last because of the avatar state. That's what I told you, and you agreed with me. So I'm now confused on how you're saying that they're all useless, even though the avatar state is what makes her more powerful. And she gets their techniques of them fighting from back then as well. So did Aang. Aang got the same thing. So I'm trying to figure out, that's literally what the avatar state is defined as. So I'm trying to figure out how it's a stabilizer. You need to define what's the stability of it. What's it doing for her? Because it's tripling her power. That's what it's doing. That's the avatar state. Now it's a stable. It helped her use the bendings. Let me read this so I can understand what you're saying. More fluid. Dude. So that's all it... Dude. Dude. Or female. I don't know who you are, like I said. How did it make her use her abilities more fluid than what she was already doing? It makes her use her abilities to be much more powerful. It doesn't make you... And it makes you more efficient to an extent. Actually, it makes you actually way more efficient. So how does it make her stability-wise? Because she already has all these abilities. So what stability are you talking about? More fluid? Like, what does that even mean? Well, I say it boosted her power as well. That's what the avatar state does. That's the whole point of it. And it boosts her knowledge as well. And what to do and what to use. Like that one attack. Let me use an example. When Aang was fighting against Ozai and he crushed the earth to seeming into little bullets. He never used that attack until he went into the avatar state. You know what I'm saying? That's one example. What's another example? The sphere that he used. Korra uses it as well in her fight. I don't know if she's resembling Aang. I don't know if Aang was the first one to use the sphere, but it kind of gave off the same energy. And I don't know if Aang was the first one to use it, give it granted, because I had no clue who used the sphere first. But you know, one of the avatars most likely used the air spear, the rock spear, the water sphere. Yes, that's a very memorable moment. Let me read it real quick. Okay, do you remember the scene when it showed Kyoshi fought Shin the Conqueror? Yeah, when she basically split the earth with air. Or I don't know if she's air or earth. It looked like air to me, but people say there's different variations of the story. Or it wasn't the first one. It was one. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can't sit... What I'm trying to tell you right now, you can't say the other avatars are useless to Korra when she uses their power. Right? She used the avatar state. Her problem is that she's not efficient with the avatar state or with her bending. Because no matter what you say, at the end of the day, if she could beat the Red Lotus with the avatar state later on, she could have beat them at the beginning. Supposedly, she could have beat them at the beginning because she was struggling the whole time. Right? At least that's what I'm taking from it. But no, she fought battle after battle, right? Either losing or getting kidnapped. And then they come up with 3, right? Against the Red Lotus. A solid plan to pretend she's getting captured. But they didn't even have to pretend like she was getting captured. She puts herself in chains and makes it harder for her to fight Zaire. I think you're getting skills, power, and knowledge mixed up. How am I getting skills and power and knowledge mixed up? You can look up the avatar state and it will tell you what it does for an avatar. Like, it literally tells the stats of what it does for an avatar.
I'm gonna look it up.
Go ahead, look it up. I'll look it up too. And it says it in the show.
It's a defensive mechanism designed to empower you with the skills and knowledge of all the past avatars.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to explain to this dude. He's like, he's acting like I'm saying some dumb stuff. That's what it's supposed to do. And by his logic,
the glow is the combination of all your past lives, focusing your energy through your body.
That's what I'm
the
trying.
Avatar state, you're the most powerful, but you're also most vulnerable.
That's what I've been trying to say. I've been trying to say that. And you act like I'm saying something dumb. I'm saying that she could mix her fighting skills of her today's techniques. Yes, every avatar is going to be more powerful because of the past avatar's knowledge. And please, if you bring up Vatnu, what are you saying about Vatnu? What does Vatnu did this time? Yes, every avatar is going to be more powerful because of the past avatars, but none of the knowledge in any of the past avatars were useful for her because the enemies were the first besides bloodbending and botany. No, Zaire was not new. The Red Lotus are not new. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Their techniques are just a little bit more advanced than what they were back then. That's what I'm trying to say. There's no difference. They're still regular benders. They're still regular benders that even Korra knows what their new techniques are besides flight. Flight was the only new thing that was to bending because Zaire came and he made it and nobody knew what it was a thing. But Korra still shouldn't have lost that because Korra can fly. She could fly. She can literally fly herself. Aang has done it. Korra could obviously do it herself too. For crying out loud, Ozai was flying when he was fighting Aang. The only difference is that it's air. There's no difference. There's no difference. There's no difference. There's no excuse why she's losing to that. No excuse. These are still regular benders. These are still regular benders. Vatnu is the only person I can give to you that she beat that's like okay, but I can't debunk and say that all the other avatars are weaker because they never fought against Vatnu. They never fought against Vatnu. You're really explaining why Korra had a problem with them. The skills that the Red Lotus had were never shown before. I said a little bit more advanced, and they're not all. Oh my god, I don't even know how to explain it to this dude. Let me explain it in some other way. Alright, let me say it like this. The techniques that were learned, Korra has learned them. You can see with her uncle that he uses the same techniques besides combination and squid. There's no difference. They all used regular bending techniques. Besides Zaire, he's the only one, and lava bending was the only new thing. I said this like 3 to 4 times already. They all used, let me say it again, regular skills that everybody in their today's time knew, plus Korra has the past avatars fighting that she can combine with her own. Korra knows the techniques besides flight and lava bending. These are the only two, let me say it again, these are the only two that she did not know. But they shouldn't make a crazy big difference in a fight against her because she is the avatar. Get me? Right? The flight thing that you were talking about is not a big difference. Korra can fly herself. Aang has done it. Ozai has done it. Shit, I think Zuko's son has done it. These are characters they did not know. Those scrolls were lost. What other techniques did you see be used that you have never seen in the show before? Let me know what you've seen that they used against Korra that has never been seen before, that you have not seen. Because I've seen all that in Last Avatar with the spikes, the ice disc. What abilities did they learn or that were crazy that she never knew? Please let me know besides flight. And like I said, Zaire was losing to Tenzin. So let me figure this out, because if Zaire was losing to Tenzin, and these are advanced scrolls, that I'm pretty sure Tenzin, I don't even think Tenzin read. Right? And if Tenzin did read them, then that means Aang probably would have knew about them as well. So please, which counting, that means she would know the knowledge. So please, let me know what ability was so different that she should be struggling the way she was struggling. And Mako beat the waterbender. He beat the waterbender. Mako is sorry as hell. So please, metal bending was never used against an avatar. Blood bending, lava, and flying, and spirit bending. Did somebody use spirit bending against Korra? Do you remember that, Jason? Did somebody use spirit bending against Korra? I'm not making no assumptions. I'm going off of you. I'm going off of you and what you're telling me. I'm going off of you and what you're telling me. Bloodbending was a skill used against the Avatar because it was used against Aang. So she should already have the knowledge of that. Metal bending was also used. Mako beating you with lightning. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And he's sorry. Like, what are we still chatting about? He's a sorry fighter, and he was able to beat the waterbender. That's my point. Metal bending was never used against an avatar. Yes, it was, because Aang is sorry. It hasn't been used against, but Aang has seen it. Blood bending was never used against an avatar. Yes, it has. Literally in the show when Aang was fighting with the old lady, but okay. And what does it matter? What does it matter if Korra has lightning bending or not? What does it matter? In what way does it matter? It's still a waterbender against the avatar. Tell me, what does that matter for? What does it matter if she has lightning or not? If Mako can do it, why can't she do it? Because Mako has access to lightning, that's why? Is that your reasoning? Please tell me it's not your reasoning. I hope it's not your reasoning. Bloodbending has been used against... Bloodbending has also been used against an avatar. Metal bending has been used against an avatar. I don't remember anybody spirit bending against Korra. If that's happened, let me know so I can look it up. Flying... And flying has been used against the avatar, just not through air. It was used through firebending, like I said. These are three things that Korra should not have a problem with. But let me see what else you said. Mako beat Hugh with lightning. Duh. You and Vatnu was literally using spirit bending. Did he use it? He used it against Korra? What did he use? I don't remember what he used against Korra. You won. I'm done. Korra's never even had a 1v1 against me, Hugh. She doesn't have... You know what? Yeah, bruh. This shit will go on forever. Because every single point you made doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. You don't have to 1v1 if you're the Avatar. She didn't do it when she was poisoned. That's what I'm trying to say. She 1v3'd. Almost died, but she still came out with the dub at the end, about to die. When she could have done that from the brink. Makes no sense to me. No sense. But yeah, bro, it was a good debate, I guess. But I didn't get any, I don't see any points, no nothing. I generally don't get any of the points this nigga's trying to make. But alright. Yo, Jay, we playing?
I'm on Assassin's Creed right now.
Are you? Word. I'm gonna end this stream and I'm about to start another one.